How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jiggly. Just no getting. We're just jiggly today. Good. And today we are playing, well, the last 20 strong deck that I've not played. I played a bunch offline, but this is the last one I haven't actually played. I figured, let me get them all played, see if I want to play any of the other ones again on the channel for you guys, and then maybe do a ranking, because people like ranking things. So, of course, this is Hoplomachus, I can't talk today, Hoplomachus Victorum. This is your little Roman gladiatorial game, I guess. I guess it's based on, I know it's based on a bigger game. I've never played the bigger game, so cannot tell you how it associates. This is more of like a battle, like it's a progressive. We're going up Mount Vesuvius. There we go. That's what we're doing. Anyway, it took me a little bit to get started. If anybody uses Streamlabs and can tell me why Streamlabs is not recognizing that YouTube is live, let me know. I'm using OBS for my actual tool because I didn't like the Streamlabs tool. But Streamlabs was working up until last week, so I don't know if there's some issue. I tried to search. Reddit didn't help because the Streamlabs Reddit is basically dead. So I don't know. But I do want to say one other thing, and that is we will be having a giveaway or adding a game to our giveaway thanks to Chip Theory Games. So I did reach out. Chip Theory Games did give me permission to add this to the giveaway. So you can see here is a nice little 20 strong storage box. Inside of this specifically is the Nemesis prototype. So the Nemesis prototype will be part of the giveaway. It does have a set of dice and a tracker, of course, because you need those to play the games. And then we do have the other two prototypes will also be in the giveaway. So that, of course, is the Aetherfields prototype and the Tainted Grail prototype. So all three of those will be available in the giveaway. So if you want to enter the giveaway, of course, click the link down below to Extra Life. Go out, make a donation, get as many entries as you want. Based on the donation, maybe it will show up and you'll win. Now, again, there is a possibility that whoever does win the giveaway doesn't specifically want these, or maybe they don't want the dice, or they don't want all three decks. In which case, if that occurs after the giveaway at the end of April, then I may have another giveaway, or it may just be part of Culling for Charity, and you'll be able to just do the donation to get whatever's left over. Again, can't guarantee dice or vice versa. Again, it really depends on the winner of the giveaway. With that said, let's go ahead and flip over. Let's give a brief rundown of how this one works. I say brief rundown, sometimes I ramble a little more than I should, but I need to get this done so I can also, well, go eat. That's the one you liked, Hedge? You liked the Nemesis one or the, just in general, all three of them? They were fun. I did like all three decks. For me, Aetherfields was the most fun, and then I think Nemesis, and then I think Tainted Grail I like the least, but I think it's just because it's so brutal, and I don't like losing. I mean, nobody likes losing, so. Here we are set up for Victorum. I'm just going to say Victorum because I'm not going to keep trying to say Hoplomachus. But in Victorum, what we're trying to do is go up Mount Vesuvius to get to the Scion. I asked in the 20 strong Discord which one I should go against, and they recommended Kalliope as the one I should go against, as one of the easier ones. And then for my character, I do have the promo, so we're playing as Pandora. So basically what we need to do on our turn, I'm using the die. Now this is another thing. They recommend using the dial, the chip. That way it's a Chip Theory game, but I don't, I have the weighted chip. I mean, I could use the lighter one, but I just feel like that's too big. And maybe this was before they decided to just switch to using a die. So I'm going to use the die like we do with other games. But we're going to be moving across these camps. When we go to a camp, there are multiple things that can occur. In this particular case, these are basically like our item cards. We can take them. There is a condition that we apply, and if we meet that condition, then we get to flip this over, and it basically becomes an item card. These ones here are, I forget what they call the purple ones, but it's a type of battle. The difference is it has these little flames. So these flames basically means when we defeat these or beat these, it's going to go up here for Kalliope at the end of the game. So this is kind of her extra deck. Her abilities may react off of it, or if she needs to bring in characters, she's going to be bringing in these purple cards. The red cards are just your normal baddies, and in some cases they will make you get rid of a dice. So if you notice, I have two dice pools. I have my main dice pool, and then I have this little recruitment area, as it would be. So there's two ways to get dice here. One is if it tells me I can get a die, it will have to be the lowest value. The second is there are ways to strengthen and weaken your dice. So for example, if I want to make this blue stronger, I can strengthen it and grab a purple. All right. So on my turn, I can move to any adjacent location. So basically, if I'm here, I can go here and here, right? If I'm here, I can go there, there, right? I can go to any adjacent location. Once I'm on the location, I can either activate the location, meaning I either take the item card or initiate the battle. The second thing I can do is I can just spectate. Basically, you know, in the Colosseum, I'm just going to watch. When you watch, you have the option of one of three things. Let me see if it kind of does not give that to me in the player aid, so I'm going to have to go specifically to the spectate section. Spectate. I have to suffer a spectate penalty, which is what is on Kalliope up here. So in this case, I would need to roll a yellow die. On a hit, I must dismiss one die. Place the dismissed die above Kalliope, where it remains until the conflict. So once I go into conflict with her, it'll let me bring my dice back, right? So spectating is not great, but luckily it's a yellow die and not something else. The second thing is when I spectate, I get to discard the top card of the camp that I'm on, so it skips the engagement, and then I can either recover one die or heal, right? So that's another way to get a recovery action. All right. That's going to keep going until we beat all of these guys here. We have to basically fight each one of them. Once we beat all three, then we immediately go to endgame and get to fight the main boss. These guys act the same as bosses. And one other thing that's not common, right, with 20 strong is when we're in these battles, right, or even the boss battle, any dice we apply get to stay on the cards. Normally, right, you would clean them off if you don't defeat them. So luckily in this one, you do get that added benefit. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Kind of, and this one kind of makes me feel like Tainted Grail, right? You get to choose your own adventure. Where do you want to go? What do you want to attack or get? It's just how's it going to work out for you? All right, so we're on to our first turn. So first turn, we're going to move to an adjacent camp. Then we can spectate or activate. These guys are called primuses. So that's what this is. This is a primus. Definitely don't want to activate the primus right off the bat. I would imagine they're pretty difficult. Let me go ahead and peek at her. So again, you know who they all are. So she's going to bring somebody with her. She gives me -1 health each time we apply a crit to her. When Styginia, I guess, is defeated, set aside all dice applied to her for resolving the Bane. If the Bane is ignored, exhaust these dice. So her Bane is dismiss all dice that were applied to her at the time of her defeat, then recover all dice. So we get to recover all of our dice, but we are going to have to dismiss, meaning they're going to get dismissed up here into the training grounds. I forget what that's actually called. I'm going to call it the training grounds. So that's what happens if we go up against her. So as you can see, it's probably behooved me to go after her after I've exhausted some dice. Now with Pandora, I cannot exceed 3 in my strategy or my health. Anytime that I would exceed 3, I get to draw an unused hero. So I have my unused heroes here. And put them into play. They basically give me their ability in addition to her ability. And I can have up to 3 heroes placed next to Pandora, right? So I don't think I want to go after her, but I can go after Nacom. He's going to bring a buddy, a friend with him. Move the top conflict card from any camp to any other camp, including depleted camps, or I get to gain a recruit die, so I gain a yellow, or I get to gain another I forget what these are called. Basically item, upgrade, an ability. And then this one, at the end of the first supply dice step in the engagement, if this enemy is not defeated, -1 health. So if he's the only one, should be easy. Gain the top opportunity from any camp. If you place opportunity in your inventory, ignore this card's thing. Or, same thing, I can gain one of these two. And this opportunity, because there are two, I have this one and this one. When activating a bloodshed enemy, double the damage of that enemy is defeated. That's right, so these are called bloodshed. And these ones, I forget what they're called. So basically it would make them twice as hard. And then I defeat him, and then I get to get Strength of the Sinnoh. Ignore the skull or the double skull of a non-boss enemy. If Toadie is the scion, you may also gain 2 health. Well, she is not the scion, or he is not the scion. This one here, when you would exhaust your purple or red, at the same time, banish them instead. Ooh, so there is banishing as well. This one I get to increase the stat die by 2. I don't think that's as good. I do think we want to go here. So we're going to go here. All right, so we're going to go against him. So we do pull him out. We need to put him into an active area. So we'll call that our active area. All right. So we've activated him. We're going to commit dice. He's only got 3 health. So he's really not that hard. We do have 3 strategy phases. So let's do 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll do. We'll do these 3. All right, so that is 3 right there. We got a crit on a yellow. All right, so we have defeated him. After effects, exhaust dice. Exhaust our dice. Recovery is 2. Let's take these 2. All right. We get to gain the top opportunity from the camp. We place it into our inventory. Then instead we get to ignore this flame, right? Because this flame is where we would put it up here for Kalliope at the end of the game. We're ignoring that, so we're just going to discard that card. All right. Gain no item rewards, cleanup, -1 for each damage bloodshed. There is no -1 because it wasn't bloodshed. Defeat those cards. We don't need to do that because we overrode that. Discard all other cards. No other cards to discard. All right, so now we are back to the activation stage. So it says I have to move to an adjacent camp, so I think I have to move. I don't think I can stay where I am. So all these are bloodshed. This one is going to make me lose one of my dice. And then he would make either this one or this one come in. And both of these, oh man, everything I've got except for this is going to make more come in. I don't know if I'm ready. I've still got a lot of dice. So having more come in right now wouldn't be the end of the world. And so if I had this one come in, I'd end up losing 2 dice. Oh, and this is going to make a third one now. I don't want 3 coming in. Go here, -1 health to 1 active primus. So I'd have to have an active primus for this to even come in as a benefit. But it would make them weaker. Discard up to 2 cards from the top of the fire deck. If Pluto is the action, discard up to 2 more. So again, he doesn't do me any good right now. So, dice cannot be applied to this enemy if there are any other undefeated non-boss enemies. Oh, because he only got 1 hit point. Oh, that really hurts, right? Because, like, if I do this, I got to pull in one of these 2. If I do this, I got to pull in one of these 3, which then make more come in. It's really, he's really the only one I can go after, and then I have to pull this in, and I just don't get the benefit. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go up here. We are going to, I mean, again, I can also spectate, but I don't need to heal. I only have 1 die to recover. So we're going to do, let's go ahead and slide her over to make this easier. All right, we're going to do Velos. And then we're going to activate this one. So we have an obscene oracle. All right. The dice cannot be applied to this enemy if there's any other. So we can't attack him until after we defeat the obscene oracle. All right. Now, unfortunately, both of them are going to make us lose a die. Or no, that's for damaging. Sorry, that's if they damage me. Bloodshed. Here we go. If you activate a bloodshed or sport card, carry out engagement normally. Bloodshed penalty. For each bloodshed enemy that deals you damage. Okay, so it's if I deal damage, they're going to make me lose a die. So I just need to kill them so that doesn't happen. All right, so 4, 5. We have 5. So let's go with the red, 2 purple, the blue, I think. All right. See what happens. Ooh, 2, 4, 5, 6. Plenty. So we will do 4. Instant discard up to 2 cards from the top of the... Man, I said it's not going to happen because we don't have a deck to discard from. And then we'll attach the 1 to him. So this one, he allows us to get +1 health, which is nice, but that is now our max. So exhaust the dice, you get discarded, and recover 2. I guess I'll recover the best 2 I have. All right. Now, defeating her could come in handy because we have 3 dice in there, but we don't have a lot of dice left. Dismiss all dice that were applied to her at the time of her defeat. Then remove all dice. Then recover all dice. So I get to recover my dice. The Bane happens before my normal exhaust and recovery phase. But I do have to get rid of dice. It means if I were to use my red and my purple to defeat her, I'd have to eventually recruit them again. All right. Do we have a recruit? So this one here. Oh. Sorry, I should have done this. Again, I forgot because I had that extra hit. I should have doubled the 1 to a 2. And then I defeated that enemy. So I do have my ability down here. So this is, I get to ignore the spawn. Yeah, I can ignore the spawn now. This allows me to strengthen 1 die, which means I can take a lower die to a higher die. I like that. So I don't know if I want to ignore, but if I go get this one... Items cannot be used. I'm not going to use my item. Items cannot be used. Both of them, they give me 1 tactic. Oh, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. Move the top conflict. That just allows me to move the conflict cards. I'm trying to figure out if I activate, can I get this out with something else since it's kind of low. Basically, I'd be activating him, I think. I really don't care about that reward. Oh, hang on. This has an or I can gain a die from my pool. I think I'm going to do him. So I'm going to do this guy. All right, and then he's going to bring in this one, the crossbowman. All right, and so we have a total of 5 we need to do. And then he counts as an item, which means I have to discard him to use. So this one, because he's an item, he doesn't immediately go into the stack for later. He'll go into the stack once I use the item. Okay. So strengthen 1 die. I want to strengthen my recovery. So I think I want to take him out. If I take him out first, it really doesn't matter. And I don't get the item to the end of the turn. So let's do 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with these 4. With these 4, and we're hoping for a crit. We did not get a crit, but we did get 3. So let's take these 2. Go ahead and apply that to him. He's going to allow me to strengthen 1 die. We'll go ahead and strengthen our recovery. All right, so this is number 2. There we go. That's what we need. Got a crit. That's 3. We are good to go. So you are gone. You become an item for me. So we're at my maximum items. Exhaust you, but now we get to recover 3. I'm going to go ahead and use this item. Why not? And then that allows us to gain the lowest value, which for us right now is the yellow. All right. So where do we want to go next? Where do we go next? Dismiss all dice applied to this enemy. As an item, when using a different item, discard this item instead, or gain a die. Discard the top card again, or gain a die. So what's this Primus? What's she do? She brings a friend. In the first apply dice step for each engagement, Blinkwing is the only enemy dice can be applied to. Blinkwing's attack is equal to the number of dice applied to her. Oh, she's got 7. Yeah, I don't have big enough dice for her yet. If no dice are applied, okay, and I lose 1 strategy if I don't apply anything to her. Ooh, she's not fun. The Bane, recover all dice, then weaken dice 5 times. Holy cow. If you cannot, exhaust the die from the dice pool for each weaken you cannot resolve. Ooh, she's nasty. I don't like her. I do not like her. All right, I need to do a single. I can't do the double again unless I decide to get rid of my thing here. This one, when I exhaust a purple die, I can banish it instead. Deal 3 damage to a non-scion enemy that will be defeated by this damage. If Kalliope is the scion, you may deal 5 damage instead. Ooh. The problem is these are called bosses when you bring them into play. So that won't work when but I like that ability. I just need to get down there. Okay. And I don't think I can like if I went and did him, I don't think I can choose that as the card. Yeah, any other conflict card, so it has to be a conflict card. Dang it! I was hoping I'd do this. I'd be like, oh, that's a freebie. I'd just take it. But I can ignore that if I discard this card. So if I go against him, I'm going to lose dice. But when I use a different item, this isn't an item. My bolster isn't an item. I can spectate just to get a die back. Then we may have to dismiss a die. Which I can dismiss the yellow. Because I think I want to get this. This enemy is the first enemy activated this engagement. It grants no reward when it is defeated. Ooh, so for him, I need to have him activated by another card. Ooh. Currently, there's no cards that'll do that. What about My guy down here. My dude. Although she would activate him. Kraken Lance, he brings one with him. When activating enemies for this battle, you must select enemies with a plus or a +2 if possible. Bane, banish any number of recruited dice such that the banished dice have at least 6 hit sides between them. Then recover all dice. Oh, I have to banish. So 6 hit sides. How many hits are on a green? So green has 3. So basically I'd have to get rid of like 2 greens if I went against him. What was his hit points? 5. 5, but he will let me recover all dice. Although if I take a spectate action, I think now let's just do this. Let's go to him. Go ahead and activate him. No additional enemies can be added to the current conflict. So he'd be a good way to like prevent. Well, he would. I was saying a snowball effect, but I guess yeah. If I activated him and did him, then I wouldn't have to do that other part. Ooh, no. Let's not do that. I think that's a good combo. So instead, we're gonna go up and do him. We'll have to dismiss dice applied to him. We're just going to do yellow. 1. We'll apply that one. Oh, I should have added another dice in that. That was getting stupid there, Will. There we go. So that exhausts. These go up there. And he has an item for me, which, like I said, is only going to do me good if I get a second item. And currently I'm full. So, recover is 3. 3. And then, yeah. Now I think we're going to go here. We're going to activate him. He's going to bring a friend. I'm going to have him bring this one as his friend. His friend basically is going to stop this. This stops that. Good combo. All right, so we need 5 and a 4, or we take 2 damage each for each of those. What is he going to do? Banish any number of recruited dice. That's right, so I have to banish the 2 greens. And then I get to recover all dice, but I don't have any. I only have 2 dice to recover, so actually, this wasn't a very good time to do this because the exhaust step wouldn't have taken place yet. And all dice stay applied to these until they're both defeated. It would have been better if I had dice. It would have been better if I had dice. So I can do this, which would immediately get me another die. All right. We need 9. This is a bad idea, Will. So 2, 3, 4. Gets rid of him. Now I need 5. I don't think I can even get 5 with what I've got. Thought I had a thing that... Oh, because I didn't do this. This is a card I wanted before I went up against the ball, because he allows me to do 5 damage, which would just take him out. Dang it! I needed to come down here first. Oh, well. Alright, second. It's 2. No. Alright, so this is our 3rd strategy. And 4. Did not get the double crit I needed. So, it is the end of the... Alright, suffer damage. He's defeated. He's defeated. So I can discard the top card of the deck, which doesn't exist, or I can gain Die. Oh, I have to gain the lowest one. And then he didn't get defeated. So he is going to do 2 damage to me. All right. After I take damage, after my health is reduced, I get to heal for 2. It puts me right back up to 3. And exhaust my dice. Recover my dice. And here we go again. Alright. We only need 1 hit, so actually why am I doing that many dice? I only need 1. Only need 1 hit. Only need a single hit, Will. That was a hit, but it landed outside. So I'm gonna be... There we go. Double hit, that's enough. Takes him out. The Bane occurs on defeat. Let me double check. I think the Bane occurs on defeat. The end of the round in which you successfully complete a Primus conflict, follow the Bane instructions on the Primus card. If you defeat and discard Primus before defeating remaining, make sure to keep the Primus so you know to do it. So it says at the end of the round. So where would that be in this round? So this is a round. So actually, okay, no, I get to do everything. Because it says at the end of the round. The round would be after the cleanup and all that stuff. Okay, that's good. So we do get to exhaust. Banish any number of dice. We're going to banish these 2. I guess we'll banish up here. To then recover all dice. Right? I think that was right. Sounds right. It's what I'm going with. So be it. Because, yeah, it says at the end of the round. All right, so we have 1 of 3 defeated. We need to go after those other 2 now. So. So I think I do want this. So I need to come down here. I don't want to banish my purple and red. So we're going to come down here. We're going to spectate, which will allow us to do nothing. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, my health. Okay, my health can exceed 3. It's these 2 that can't exceed 3. Okay. So... Actually, I kind of would want this card, but I don't want to do the ability. Because I haven't seen anything that lets me bring back my banished dice. I hate to get rid of a red and a purple. I really do. And the problem is, so I can spectate. I can't get any dice back, but I can heal. So we're going to spectate. We're going to heal. I need to roll a yellow. On a hit, I need to dismiss a die. No hit, so we're good to go. All right. Lots of other stuff doesn't happen because there's nothing to happen. So now we're going to go here because this is the one I actually wanted. We'll grab Mesmerized. All right. Then gain the top opportunity of any camp. Red and purple cannot be committed to her. Well, I'm already on her. What was I planning? I came down here for a reason. I was like, I need to come all the way down here to the bottom. Gain the top opportunity from any camp. If you place opportunity in your inventory, ignore that on this card. Or I can get dice back. I can recruit dice from the pool. Why did I go all the way down here? I know I wanted this, but I'm trying to think like why else was I think maybe that is all the only reason I was coming down here. So I've got a good amount of dice. but it would be kind of a waste to go against her because I don't have any. Actually, I want to use this on this, to be honest. I want to use this on him. Yeah. So let's go. I don't want the offering. Oh yeah, I was supposed to discard this. When you take a spectate action, you still discard that card. So it's how you get rid of cards. This one, add +2 to an enemy, and then survive the conflict. Discard up to 2 cards from the top of the deck. Hydra, discard 2 more. Any of these are going to bring a friend. +1. This enemy's health is 1 plus your highest stat. So it'd be 5. Ew. I could ignore it though. I could ignore it. I kind of want to be where I can get to him this one the next round, I think. Because I want to use that 5 on that. Because he was 7. Or she was 7. Yeah, she was 7. So I think I'm going to have to go here. Which is going to bring a friend. Which I don't mind. I mean, well, that brings a friend. That brings a friend. That's too many friends coming along. So I would probably want to block that. Or they could bring this friend. And I can't use my red or purple. I have enough dice where I don't need to use my red and purple. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go to Victorious. We'll put Rutirius in. He is calling a friend, which is the Meteor Fighter. All right. So, items can't be used. Okay. Oh, I need to take her out first because in order for me to do my mesmerize that I want to do, I need to get rid of her ability. So I have to defeat her first. Just fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we're going to commit. I don't want to overcommit, so let's do the blue and the green. Because they're both only 2. But let's do the blue and the green. Because then we hopefully get 2 to take her out, and then we'll add die for him. Alright. So 2 to take her out. And 1. And then we're going to now do a purple. Which is 1. And then when you exhaust the die, we get to banish instead. Okay. So we get her as an item. I cannot hold any more items. So I really don't care for this. So we're just going to remove him as an item. I had to make sure he didn't have the flame. He didn't have the flame. Actually, sorry. When you discard from another means, they don't go up here. It's only if you use them. So if I use her, it will. Meteor Hammer. You may exhaust 1 die from your pool to change a purple miss into a hit or gain a die or one of the thingamajiggies. All right. And then that is for him. Instantly gain 1 health or 1 tactic. Let me see if there's they're tactic. The thingamajiggies are called tactic. Start apply dice reroll. Negate the effect of a single non-boss enemy until the end. At the start of the suffered damage stat, reduce it to 0. No, I think we'll go ahead and get a health. Let's get us up to 5. Let's get us up to 5 before we go after that one. But that does go there now. These 2 get exhausted. This one gets banished. That allows us to upgrade our card here because we're going to need that. We're going to need that. I recover 3 dice. I only have 2 dice to recover. All right. It's Pandora's box, you know? I do kind of want to use her ability at least once so I can get like another guy out here to gain their ability. So we're going to go here. We'll go ahead and activate her. She's going to bring a friend. I can't stop her from bringing a friend. Which friend do I like the most? 3. The start of the suffer damage step roll. 2, the strongest dice. Okay, well, that's if I don't defeat her. So that's 3. She's 7. I get 5 by default, so I only got to hit her twice, and then I can use my item. Yeah, in the first applied dice step, it has to go to her anyway, so that's fine. Beling's damage is equal to the number of dice applied to her, which is fine. We're going to take her out anyways. At the end, if no dice were applied, then we lose our strategy. Bane, recover all dice, then weaken dice 5 times. Okay, so she's the one that's going to make me weaken all my dice. So, I only need to do 2 damage to her. I'm going to be able to recover everything because I'm taking her on. So I really don't care about I guess, the difficulty of the person I take up there. Who's got something I want? +1 to any stat. If this enemy is the first enemy activated this engagement, it grants no reward when defeated. Okay. I think I wanted to do him because the only way I can get the reward is if he comes out due to that. That makes sense. All right. So let's do dice. During the first engagement, only she can have dice applied to her. I'd prefer a crit. So I don't know if I want to waste. Let's do a yellow and a red. Let's do a yellow and a red. That way, if I waste it, I waste it. So I crit right off the bat. That's exactly what I needed. And then I'm going to use my ability. So we're going to deal 5 damage to her. So she is defeated. Right? Now we're doing our second engage. We need 3. Let's do another yellow. We're going to get them all back anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter what I throw in there. There we go. That's 3. All right. So, exhaust, exhaust, exhaust. +1 to any stat. So let's go ahead and say +1 to, it doesn't matter which one. And then that allows me to random. We're going to randomly get a friend. Close my eyes, so I don't know who I'm going to grab. All right, we're going to grab this one. So we got Parthian. Parthian, ooh, that's a double flame. It's not necessarily the guy I wanted. Goes there, goes there. Oh, I still got to do her banish. Bring it back down. So Parthian now, I have the Explorer trait. Instead of the usual allotment, start with 3. Aw. So basically that doesn't even help me anymore. Like, I don't think... Now this would be a weird Pandora ruling, right? I grabbed Pandora to grab him, and now that I grab him, would I readjust for this? I'm guessing no, because it'd be hard to adjust for that. During my activation, though, I may move to a non-adjacent camp if its top card is an opportunity. Okay, so I can just go to opportunities if I want to. I don't really care for him. All right, so recover all dice. And we need to weaken 5. I can't weaken yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. All right, so weaken the green to a yellow. Weaken the 2 blues to the 2 greens. Weaken the purple to a blue. Weaken the red to a purple. Ooh, that's nasty. All right, is there a strength? Now I got to find a strengthen. Now I got to find a strengthen. All right, so that's 2 down. We have 1 left and then the balls. Oh, where's a strengthen? Spectate. 4 tactics. Wow. That's like all the tactics. Discard cards. Here we go. Strengthen one die. These guys, this one, the crossbowman. All right, so we're going to come down here to crossbowman because I need to strengthen a die. So we're going to come down here to the crossbowman. I don't know how many strengthen cards there are. So that's kind of another thing, right? Is finding the strengthen cards. So he's going to let me strengthen one die. I only need 2 to defeat him. So we're just going to go with 2 yellows, and then we'll strengthen a yellow into a blue. So that's 1 hit. That's 2 hits. All right. Exhaust. He has nothing else. Ability. Strengthen a die. So we're going to strengthen our... Can strengthen my blue into a purple or my yellow into blue. Or no. Can't do that. I need... Because I got to go to green first. Let's strengthen. Yeah, let's go. Let's get the biggest thing we can. Or no, hang on. I can strengthen back into my red. Right? Yeah, let's do that. Strengthen back into my red. My red back. All right. Recover my 2 yellow. All right. So what did she make me do again with my dice? Dismiss all dice that were applied to her, meaning they're going to go there. I could try to just do 4 yellows. You kind of don't want the yellows in there because now that I think about it, now if I do one of these 2 recruits, I'm going to get a blue instead because that's my lowest dice. So actually, no, I don't want to do her yet. I want to, because I don't want to put the yellows up in there. I want to do this or this, which I guess I have to go to the nearest one. So we're going to go here. And go ahead and get her into play. At the start of the suffer damage step, okay, we're not worried about that. We're not going to be suffering no damage. All right, so need to do 3 damage to her. We get 3 attempts. Wow. All right, so that's 2. I'm out. I'm going to add a green just to make sure. And that was overkill. All right. That's that. We get her as an item. Yeah. I'm kind of running out of room. I don't like this guy, so I know I have his ability, but I don't like him, so I'm going to move out of the way. All right. So, on her, I can recover all blue or upgrade a die or gain a die. So I'm going to go ahead and use her to gain a die. I get to recover 3. There we go. All right. I think same thing here. I'm going to go here and do the same thing because I need my blue dice back. All right, so we're going to go here. Put them into play. Same thing, only need to do 3. So let's try with just our 3 dice. Oh, hang on. At the end of the first applied dice step of the engagement, if this enemy is not defeated, I lose a hit point. Okay, so I gotta defeat him. Almost. Dang it. Alright, that's fine. Luckily, that's only the first engagement. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Come on. Missed. Completely whiffed on that one. Alright, so that is another damage. Alright, recover 3 dice. Yeah. Well, let's try again. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So he would have made me take 1 damage. Missed him again. Now we're down to 1 hit point. That is crazy. These yellow dice are just not... Also, I don't know why I'm not using my best dice. Why did I do that 2 turns in a row? These dice have no bearing on me doing that card. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Will, I don't know what you were doing those last 2 turns. Yeah, I'm taking that previous turn back. I don't know why I did that 2 times in a row. So I'm taking that 2 hit points back. No clue why I did that 2 times. I should have just gone with better dice. Alright, so that's 2. That's 1. We'll apply that one. So we do still take a damage there. Okay. Oh, come back here, green. That went off the table, so we're going to roll them again. So that's a hit. And that's a hit. So that's 3. Alright, so took him out. Exhaust. Come back over here. Instant would have been to gain a die. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that. For some reason, I thought I needed the yellows out. But I just don't need the yellows here. I don't want to dismiss my yellows. Yet. Yeah. I don't know how bad this is going to be. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No break again today. No, I got time. Doesn't take me long to eat. All right, so. Do I have another one where I can upgrade a die? I can gain a die. I can add 1 to my lowest stat, which would be heal. I can't get over there. Magic lamp. Ignore the scions. Spectate when spectating. No. I have either one of these. I don't want to do either one of those. So let's go after her next. So let's go here. Ooh. This one allows me to ignore a Bane. Defeat an enemy with 3 or more while it has no dice colors except for yellow. Ooh, that's what I was just trying to do. All right, we're gonna go here for elusive. We're gonna try that. Cover my die. All right. Where is somebody with 3? This enemy is 1 plus your highest stat. My highest stat now is 3, so it'd be 4. He is just 3. So yeah, we're gonna go here. To start this engagement, -1 health or discard an item. I can discard an item. I'm good. So we're gonna do him. Discard an item. Yeah, we're gonna discard her. Now it's a discard, so this doesn't come into play. It's only when I use the item. Which is kind of weird on her. I don't know how she would come into play. That doesn't make sense because she's an infinite ability. And the only time this comes into play is when you play this card, like use it. I'm kind of confused how that one works. Unless I read that wrong. Yeah, some enemies grant, as well as an item, the the influence is not granted as long as the item remains in your inventory. When you discard an item, okay, so it is even when you discard. I must be thinking of something else. Must have been thinking of something else. Okay, so she does go up there. So where's that other one? Didn't I say I discarded another one earlier? Yeah, this one. Why didn't I add him? I think there was another card that said don't add it. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. It was way too long ago. That was the second guy I got rid of. All right. So we discarded an item, so we didn't lose anything. We get to strengthen up to 2 of our dice, or recruit 1 die of your choice. So that's good. That's what we want. All right. So we need to do this elusive. We need to defeat an enemy with only yellow. All right. 1. Okay, that's there. We need one more hit. Woohoo! Yes! Yes! Hercules, Hercules. All right, so we get this. So now we get to ignore the bane of her, which is great. And then strengthen up to 2 of your dice or recruit 1 die of your choice. So I'm going to strengthen. Why wouldn't I strengthen? So let's strengthen. Strengthen. Baba Booey. Yes, let's just strengthen the 2 blues into 2 purples. Okay. And he gets to visit right there too. Exhaust, recover 3. All right, so I do have to move off of her and then come back, unfortunately. So I think I don't want to attack because I don't want to lose any more dice. So I think I'm just going to go. It doesn't matter where I go. Oh, it discards whatever I go to. She's going to bring in one of these. He is +1, my highest stat, so he's going to be 5. So he would be the strongest. This one I can't recover red or purple. And that's an after effect, so that's still going to apply even if I defeat him. I'd probably bring this guy in, and then I can play this so that he doesn't spawn another one. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go to the Provocateur. We are going to spectate instead of taking him out, which puts us up to 3. And then we get to... Do I recover? I don't recover dice on spectate because it's one or the other. Okay. And then we're going to go down here. Activate her, the last primus. She's going to bring a friend. I have her bring Zisha one. Oh. Ooh, I can recruit up to 2 dice. No. We're going to bring him instead. With him, I can only apply each die color once, basically, is what's going to happen there. So, but it's good. We still have this for when she brings somebody out, if it happens to have a plus. All right, so we're going to ignore her Bane, so it doesn't matter there. I mean, we're not going to be able to recover all of our dice, but we're going to ignore her Bane. We need 7 total hits. And again, the boss is going to come out immediately. We're going to get 2 blues. So I don't mind using a blue. Let's just use all of our low dice. And then we use all of our high dice for her. Alright, so that's 2 hits. There. So we do have a green left. Alright, so he's gone. Which means we get to recruit 2 dice. He's going to go there, but let's just remember to recruit 2 dice. We need 4 to take her out. I almost feel like now I do need to put a blue die in there because this is my last roll of this turn. Ooh, that was overkill. Holy cow. That was way overkill. All right. Exhaust. Ignore the Bane. Or do I want to use the Bane? What would I be dismissing? I get all of my... It'd be the 2 crits. I'd get a green and a blue. I'm fine with that, actually. I'm fine with that. Because now I get to recover all my dice. Right? So now I have all these extra dice. Alright. And that goes there. And then he goes here. Alright. So now it says, get rid of all this. All right, we get rid of all these. They go there. She comes down. She goes like this. So at the start of each round, she's going to bring a friend. So she's going to bring this friend first, which is fine because we know who he is. So setup, recover all dice. Then, oh, I didn't get to it. I get to recover all dice anyways. So technically, I should have known that because again, you can look at the back of the card. So I would have then done the prepared to get rid of the banish, which means I wouldn't have banished these 2 dice, and then she would have had me recover everything anyways. Okay. So this is what we got. All right. Then roll a number of dice from your dice pool equal to her influence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's not good. Dismiss any dice that roll a hit and place them above her. Turn the rest of your dice to your pool. Before you can apply hits, each engagement may exhaust hits equal to the number of dice above her. Okay. So, for, what was it? Was it 6? What did I say it was? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's not going to be good. So that's a hit. That's a hit. 2 more hits. Of course it was going to be the dice you knew were going to hit. All right. So before you can apply hits to her, I have to take those out. Luckily, I don't do that at each round. Each round only brings a new friend to play with us. But beating him does allow me to recruit 2 dice, and that's instant, so I'll have those 2 dice immediately. So, we got to roll it all, right? So there we go. There's 2. 3 on him. Defeats him. Recruit 2 dice. Then we're going to do 2, 4. What does it say to this? Equal to the number of dice above her. During the recovered dice step, you may recruit anyone die from... Oh. Before you can apply hits... Oh, I have to recruit these as part of my recovered dice. Okay, so I've done the 4 first, and then I can apply... I don't know how I got 2 crit. No, that was it. I don't know how I got 2. I got all crits. Like, look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crits in that single roll. That was it. That was the end of it. That was the end of it. Sometimes these are like anticlimactic because I mean, if you have a lot of dice left, you're good to go. All right, guys, there we go. I guess I should do first impressions of this. This is the first time I've played this one. Final thoughts. There we go. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and do a quick final thoughts so I can go grab some lunch. As a reminder, again, we do have the giveaway going where you can get the prototypes of Nemesis, Aetherfields, and Tainted Grail. Link down below to Extra Life. That giveaway is going through the end of April. It does include a total of 7 games, this being one of them. If you don't like this, that giveaway is still available to you as well. If the person that wins the giveaway doesn't want these, then I will let you guys know how else you will be able to maybe acquire those prototypes so you can play them before the full versions get released. I don't know when they're getting released. Go to the Game Found campaign and it'll tell you. All right, so with first impression components, the components are great. They're chip theory games. Everything's gonna be good, right? You have nice PVC cards. That's great. The art is good. I like the art and the graphic design. There's really nothing about it that I found as a hindrance. The iconography is clear once you understand the iconography. This one does have a lot of extra icons, right? You have the flames, and you need to know what those do. The taking the blood as it was, or what it was. I did need to look that up because I was kind of confused what that meant at first. Because I thought it always applied when you defeated him. I was like, oh, that's an ongoing bad thing. But yeah, I don't really have anything to complain about the components. I don't mind these pamphlets. I know some people wanted the full rules into the game just so it's easier to refresh. You have to pull up the other rulebook. but I guess maybe because I played so much 20 strong recently, it didn't bother me not to have that. But I do know that the new ones still have it. Yeah, David, it's still broken. I don't know why. I have no idea. I couldn't find anything on Reddit where people were saying they're having issues. The only thing I could think is I would have to completely maybe disconnect my YouTube and reconnect my YouTube. I don't know. Again, if anybody knows anything about Streamlabs' website, let me know down in the comments. Next to the mechanics. So this one's mechanics are unique, right? Because you're doing that climbing of Mount Vesuvius. You have the consideration of like what's near where you are. Where do you want to get to? What's the best way to path through to optimize, one, getting your dice back, right? Because that's another thing. This one starts with you, half your dice are gone. You don't even start with, you're not 20 strong at the beginning of this one. Right, so that's kind of unique. The Banes, right, going through them and having that negative effect, but it does bring you back all of your dice. It kind of encourages you to kind of go all in because it happens at the end of the round. So whatever you do to go all in, it's going to come back. Now, again, some of them that could hurt you, right? Because everything I applied to her went away, right? I had to re-recruit them. The other, what other unique mechanic does this one have? It kind of had that layout, right? Like I talked about with Tainted Grail, where you can see what everything is. So it also helps you decide, do I want to go get an item? Do I want to go fight somebody? When I fight somebody, do I want them to get added to make my end game harder? Or do I want to make my end game easier by going after the blood guys, the blood fights, the blood sports, which if I don't defeat them, then I may lose more of my dice and have to go recruit them. But same thing, I can look and find the ones that specifically let me recruit. Computer reboot, it doesn't run off my computer, David. It runs directly through Streamlabs' website. Like I'm using OBS, so I have my actual computer does nothing with Streamlabs. The only thing it works with Streamlabs is the notifications come through a web source that I have to add. But yeah, it's most likely the connectivity between YouTube and Streamlabs. Streamlabs, when I go in, it says that YouTube is inactive. So it's not seeing that I have an active stream going right now. Don't know why. Next is difficulty. I didn't find this one too difficult. I mean, it seemed difficult at first. Like I was like, well, what am I going to do? I keep losing dice. I don't have dice. But then once I figured it out and was like, oh, I need to go to the areas that say strengthen, or I need to go to the area that says, you know, recruit a die, right? It has the icon to recruit a die. Or when I was going to go in, I was like, oh, I'm going to go her. If I lose the yellows, no big deal. But I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's a bad idea because I want to recruit blues. And that's there, right? I had no greens because I had already banished 2 greens, right? Which is actually good as well. That's another thing, you know, banish the lower ones. You're never going to worry about recruiting again. You can keep recruiting the higher value dice. So I don't find it too difficult compared to some of the other ones I've played. Definitely not as difficult as Tainted Grail. But again, I did win. And sometimes when you win, it biases the difficulty. I'd have to try probably one of the other characters and one of the other baddies, one of the other scions. And then, of course, Chip Theory in their normal design, you do have a way to increase the difficulty however you want to increase it. Fun at 2. No, it's not really fun at 2. Fun at 1. Yes, it's a great solo game. I like this one. I know this is one I think a lot of people are kind of like, mixed one. I like this one. I need to play Solar Sentinels again because that's one people love the most. But I also know it's a core game. It's a core box game. So maybe more people have just played it compared to the other ones. So when their ratings are based off of that, plus maybe one other one. But I didn't like that one as much. This I did kind of like. I like again, I think it's that traversal thing. It's the reason I like the Aether Fields, the reason I like the Nemesis, the reason I like the 2 Tanglewood decks I like, is that moving around, right? Exploring and finding things and then beating up on baddies. Last is the theme. I don't know this theme from the game standpoint. I do know mythology a little bit. I don't know if this is supposed to be Greek or Roman, because I always forget those two. I always get those two, the pantheons, confused. I do like that. So as a theme, yes, I do like the theme that's on the game. The battling aspect and going around and kind of being in the Colosseum and doing a fight, right, and the blood sport, I think all that works, right? I think the theme does come through on those. It says you're climbing up Mount Vesuvius. Okay, you made a triangle out of cards. But I mean, again, if you watch this and you think that's a theme for you, then, you know, this might be a deck you want to check out. You like mythology, you like battling and the Colosseum. Definitely a game to check out. That is that, guys. That is it. Sounds like I missed the opportunities for blood sport movie jokes. Yeah, probably. Nah, Dave, that's fine. We all have lives. Can't come to every single one of my streams. You make it to more than most, so I'm appreciative of that. The Romans liberally stole from the Greeks. Yeah, very much. Very much. They thought they were the best. And everybody else's stuff was theirs for the taking anyways. All right, guys, that is that. I need to go grab some lunch. If you enjoyed this playthrough, want to watch other playthroughs like this, make sure you do them YouTube things that everybody forgets to do. Like, subscribe, bell notification, hit that notify me whenever I post a stream. That way you can come out and watch like David did and like Shadow Hedge did. Appreciate them coming out every time they come and visit with me. But until next time, guys, peace.